Yeah, every once in a while, we'll get one of them moo cows up on the 1,000 hills that belong to him. He ain't get all them cows for nothing. So I get it every once in a while. I hit one across the head. We'd be good to go. But you nourish it. You take care of it. You watch after it. You seek its best interest. That's what nourishing it. You got a baby, you nourish that baby. You're seeking that baby's best interest. You move things out the way so the baby doesn't stumble and fall. Well, what about your wife? Move things out the way so she don't stumble and fall? So she don't hurt herself? You know, but that we said, that's my baby, really? You don't even treat her like that. Taking care of her, nourishing her, just like your own body. If I will take things to make sure that I try to stay in the best shape that I possibly can, physically, emotionally, and spiritually, then should I do the same thing for her? To make sure she's fit all the way around. So we do Bible exercises. Hello? To strengthen one another. To build each other up. We call each other on the phone. What did God reveal to you today? What were you studying in your word? We get in the word at night. And we're not fussing about the word. No, we are washing each other with the word. We're asking questions. We're throwing things back and forth to one another. And we're building each other up. We're getting that nourishment that we need. So that when the enemy tries to come, she can call me. She can say, baby, he's showing his face. And I go, oh, I'm right there. Because I'm her protector. And when we join together, we putting 10,000 in the fight. Because see, we on one accord. And we slashing and dashing, we become a tag team. I'll take the first 5,000, tag out. Next 5,000, yours. I don't wore them out, you take the next 5. Absolutely. We're getting it on as a tag team. So that the enemy does not have victory over us. Because that's my job. To train her, to put her in that. To bring her into that. That atmosphere of being at war against the enemy and not against each other. Because when we recognize where the warfare is, we aren't going to fight each other. We know it's nothing but the enemy. And when he crops his head up, we know exactly what to do to him. Step on him. Because that's how I understand. That's how I walk. What happens when I cherish something? What happens when I cherish something? Make it special. Oh, good one. What else? Come on, scholars. We got this. I cherish something.
Make sure it's safe.
Make sure it's safe. Cherish it. Become special. Make sure it's safe and protect it. What else? Because this is what ladies like. To be cherished by their husbands. They really like this. When you cherish them. When you put them in that special place, they like that. Just too often we don't do it. But they like that. That we cherish them. that we think the world of them, and we let them know it. Now, we did before we got married. You know, we were walking, baby, you my world. I can't exist without you. You my one, my boo, my everything. I can't breathe. Really? Then we get married and like, okay. I got my own thing, you got your... Well, what happened if you cherished her? Why'd you stop cherishing her? Why did she stop meaning so much to you? God said, you're the apple of my eye. Wow, that's powerful. When he told Israel, you're the apple of my eye. Really? They were in adultery last week. They were committing fornication over here. I'm talking about the apple of your eye. He talked to his covenant people. He wasn't looking at their present state. He was looking at what they were going to be. And if I treat a person like I think that they should be, or I treat them like they're acting now, it's going to be a problem. I can have a student that just doesn't want to don't want to stay on task. I was talking to my wife about it the other day, about my grandson. The teacher wrote something and sent forth a report. And I told my wife, I said, she's not a good teacher. Because if you know that this young man is easy to be distracted, you have to give him what he wants. And tell him the only way you're going to get it is by doing this. So tell his mom, bring a Game Boy to class. Let him bring a Game Boy to class. And I get the Game Boy. And then I go to him and I say, you have 8 words here. I want you to learn these 8 words. And when you could come to me and recite those 8 words, I'll give you 5 minutes on your Game Boy. Because I know that's what you want. Well, that's bribery. No, that's teaching. You want something. And you want it more. Because when you're at home, you're obviously not studying it because you're doing all that. So I'm going to take what you like so much, and I'm going to use it to my advantage. So now he's going to learn them 8 words. And when he learns those 8 words, he's going to come and say them to me. And when he says those 8 words to me that I want to hear, here's 5 minutes with your Game Boy. Go sit in the back of the class. When your 5 minutes are up, then I take the Game Boy back. All right, count for me now, 1 to 20. And you count. That gives you 2 more minutes with your Game Boy. If it's a lollipop, I used to do it with candy a lot in my classroom. We have problems up on the board. I want you to do this division problem. And I want you to use the scaffold method. Here it is. You don't like coming to the board. If you want this, you have to come to the board and do this problem. It pulls them out of obscurity. They come to the board and they do the problem. And then we walk them through it, get them over their fear of being in front of somebody else, seeing other people watch their work, critique their work, everything else. And then after a while, I can take the candy away. I say, here's the problem. And they just run to the board. They'll do it. And they're not looking for the candy. They don't need it. Now it becomes intrinsic. It's inside of them. So I can take that thing away. But I use that because they're already using it. They're already doing it. So I use it to my advantage to get them where I want them to be. I said, if she's not going to do that, she's lazy as a teacher. And she's got 25 years and she don't care. I just want to escape my last 5 years. I'm not really looking to make an impression upon you and to really pull you out for what you can do. Because he'll go home and he can recite every word to his mother. He can count 1 to 30. Forget 1 to 20. He counts 1 to 30. Why won't he do it before her? Because she doesn't pull that out of him. And she doesn't care to do so. Well, same thing that happens sometimes within marriage. There are things you pull out of your spouse